right, today is New Year's Eve, and we gotta go make a run. This thing is not getting that engine we're putting together just yet. It's gonna get one just like it one day, but this engine is getting put together for something else a little bit more lightweight, faster, cooler. Now, I don't know, it might not be cooler to some people, but it's definitely a lot smaller and weighs probably 2,000 pounds less than this. But yeah, we're gonna get in the truck up here. We got it warming up outside. We're gonna go pick the trailer up and grab it. So it's gonna be fun. Well, if you guys are anywhere close to Missouri or anywhere in the Midwest, it's a slight bit on the cold side, even for a tubby guy like myself. So I didn't get much videotaping done out there. It's also kind of windy, so I was going to try to fly the drone, and I think my drone would have ended up in the trees with the birds, and that's an expensive drone to be flying in the trees. So yeah, we just did it all off camera. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell, that there, right there, is a second gen S10. It's been on the channel once before. It's my dad's. I put a 5.3 in it a while back, and about 6 to 8 months ago, the transmission decided it wanted to start slipping in overdrive, but no fault to the 4L60E. It was all fault to us. About 2 years ago, I wrecked the original S10, which is what the front clip and bumper's off of, and yeah, we put together a new S10, and ever since I wrecked it, that transmission leaked a boatload of fuel, or trans fluid, out of it, and we basically just had to, we just were being bad mechanics at that point. We didn't go seal the trans back up. We never could really find where it was leaking. We put a new pan gasket on, new output shaft shield, and it still kept leaking. So I don't know if we cracked the case and we just haven't seen it yet or what, but no fault to the 4L60. It's all fault to us. But overdrive started slipping, and yeah, so now we're doing a lot to it besides just the transmission. So stay tuned. I'll get back to you guys when we get home. Well, YouTube, we have been hustling. It was, well, today's New Year's Day, so it was last year when I was working on this thing. But yeah, we got the block all cleaned up pretty well. The pistons are all clean. We kind of used the Brillo pad and kind of got all that knocked down and whatnot. We got the valve springs swapped over, new valve seals swapped over. I lapped the valves a little bit. All these extra pieces and parts, they're no longer needed because we went bigger, better, stronger, faster, everything. And then we did us a trunnion upgrade. So the trunnion upgrade's complete. Now we basically just have to final assemble this thing. We're going to put the head gaskets on it. Once we get the head gaskets on it, torque down, we can put the push rods in. I still got to put the lifters in. They're soaking right now, but yeah, I mean, we're probably a half hour to an hour away from this engine being completed and ready for this thing behind me. So well, YouTube, it's been 2 days, 2 time lapses, and both times the camera died on us, but not a big deal. Wasn't much to see, but pulling this thing apart, we yeah, got the engine out of here, transmission's out of here. I mean, we don't have much of nothing to do really, besides we're gonna clean up some things, basically wipe the dust off it, because that engine didn't leak much for oil or anything. So I'm going to wipe all this stuff down, probably with honestly just some glass cleaner and maybe some brake clean if it's got a little bit of a grime on it or whatever. And yeah, we're pretty well ready to go back together. We got the oil pan off of the engine that was in here, because we put the muscle car oil pan on it. So we got the oil pan swapped over from the old 5.3 onto this LS1. I put the valve covers on it, repainted a new set because those were kind of looking a little poopy. I mean, it's just spray paint. I mean, most of the time, the only thing that sucks about LS is that you can't really see the valve covers unless you really buy an expensive one and relocate your coils. And in an S10 with factory heat and air and brake booster and everything, it's not really worth it. So yeah, we got valve covers on. I got all the heads torqued down in one of my I don't know if I did a time lapse on that, but it's pretty simple. Read the paper, torque the bolts down. So I did all that. Lifters are in it, push rods are in it, torque to spec, everything's good to go. We're pretty well ready to slide it back together. Dad and them had to go home. We went and got some dinner. And yeah, we got this here engine, and we got to put this transmission behind there, but we got to take this cross member off. I got my torque converter here. We're putting a Yank 4000 stall converter in it, so should be pretty rowdy. And we're taking our Yank, pretty sure it's a Yank. Yeah, a Yank 3000 stall out of it. So we got that. We got transmission, converter, engine together, and slide it back in. So hopefully tomorrow night we'll be sliding it back in. And I got some more parts ordered because the knock sensors that were on here are broke. And I don't know if you guys have messed with the knock sensors much. If you don't have to take them out, don't. You'll break them every time. So I got new knock sensors coming with a new wiring harness because the wires usually pull out and they usually break all the time. So as you can tell, I don't know if you can, but they're broke. So we're getting new knock sensors, new wiring harness for that knock sensor. Yeah, we're ready to go back together. We're a hop, skip, and a jump away to go back together, and it's only been 2 days. So I've been kind of preparing for this for a little while. We're gonna have to go warranty out a water pump and a couple other things so we can get the front accessories put together, but that can all be done once it's back in. I was gonna fix the headers and whatnot, but by the time I mess with the exhaust, we might as well just build a whole new kit for it one day. So I'm just gonna leave it how it is. It's honestly gonna be just fine. It's full 2.5-inch dual straight back. We might put an X pipe in it and a different muffler on it, but I really want to spend the money one day and put long tubes on it. If we do that, we got to redo the exhaust. So I'm just not going to mess with any of that right now because it's really, you're talking 10 to 15 horsepower, if that. And the intake and all these other add-ons are going to add a lot more than that anyways. So I think it'll be more than fine. But yeah, we're ready to go back together. The throttle body, we're putting this intake on it probably. This throttle body, since we're switching from a 3-bolt to a 4-bolt, the throttle body is coming on with these Trailblazer SS intakes. So that just showed up today, honestly, like an hour ago. And we're ready to put this thing back together. It's nice, clean, and fresh. Needs to be cleaned, and we're putting it in. So the next video you'll see will probably be a time lapse, hopefully sliding this in. I don't know if I'm going to split this into 2 videos, 1 video. It depends on how long it all is when I edit it all. So by the time you see this video, hopefully this thing will be running. That'd be the goal. So I'm shooting for next weekend. It's Tuesday now, January 2nd. I'm hoping we have this thing running January 7th, which would be that Sunday. 6th, whatever. Hopefully it'll be running Sunday. That'd be the goal. If we don't run into any snags, of course. If we don't run into, just hopefully everything goes smoothly, and that'll be great because, yeah, it's ready to go back together. So back again. It's been well, it's been a couple 3 or 4 days of time. Well, I guess only 3 days of time lapse. It's been 4 days total. Wasn't able to work on this one day, but yeah, we worked on this thing Wednesday. We worked on this thing Friday, almost till 2 in the morning. Saturday, me and Dad came out here and we did a couple hours from about 4:30, 5 o'clock to about 9 o'clock. So 4 hours yesterday, and we've only been out here about an hour today. Haven't done any videotaping today. But I got the bed pulled off. I needed to fix this tube on the fuel pump because this is a factory tube here, and I guess it had a pinhole in it, so you had to cycle the key about 3 times before it would get full pressure and run, because it would just keep bleeding back. So but yeah, we had to partially redo the fuel system. We put a Corvette regulator in here. I didn't have enough A in line to do all this, so right now this is just temporary, probably. Maybe not, but some rubber fuel line from here for a return. This is the feed. This is the feed to the intake. So yeah, we're pretty well at this point ready to try and fire this thing up. We got an A in line from here, ran up to there. The exhaust is on, which was a freaking major pain in the ass. But the exhaust is on. As you can tell, the bolts for the exhaust, you can't really fit long tubes on S10s very easy and run a wide front tire up front because they go out around the fender and everything. But yeah, we are about this close to firing this thing up. Dad just ran to town to get 5 gallons of 93. I'm probably gonna put a little bit of that VP fuel in there. It's like, I think it's C16, so I'll probably put like half a gallon maybe to bump it up to maybe 100 octane. But just so we're on the safe side for some tuning purposes and whatnot. And we're gonna get this thing back on the ground. I'm going to run inside, grab my computer. I'm gonna put a tune in this that I think could work. I gotta change the ejector data, add a little bit of other stuff because I changed intakes. I changed throttle bodies. I changed a lot of stuff. So I'm gonna get the tune pulled off of here to make sure we're getting power to the ECU. We're probably gonna crank it a couple times to make sure we got some oil pressure. And yeah, we're about ready to fire this thing up. I wanna say we pulled this thing apart last week, Monday, New Year's Day, and it is the 6th. And it's already engine out, trans out, back in, and hopefully we have some good luck and it fires up with oil pressure and everything sounds like it's supposed to. So we'll see how it goes. This is the first engine swap on a lift. 100% recommend. But yeah, we are, it's about to go down. Crank it over and check oil pressure. Ready? Yeah. Yep.